Yeah, you can start, Shuchi. Who is starting? Sumati?
Sumati.
Yeah.
Sumati start.
You can start.
Good evening, everyone. Calm4U Foundation welcomes you all to the next session of Jagruti. Jagruti means awareness. These sessions are to create awareness about digital and social media frauds. In this session, we will be focusing on frauds happening only in Facebook. After completing a session of email fraud successfully, we will now understand the fraudulent activity going on in this social media platform. Jagruti is a webinar series focused on bringing awareness of cyber and digital crimes. Nowadays, digital crimes are on the surge. This is because of increase in internet usage with COVID-19 lockdown restrictions, increase in usage of smartphones, increase in online transactions, usage of more social media to stay in touch with the family. These are the types of digital media frauds which we can just list it down. First one is email and internet fraud. This we covered in the last session. Today's session will be social network fraud, which we are covering on Facebook. The next one is the identity fraud, where personal information is stolen and used. Fraud on OLX. OLX is a media where buying and selling happens. Credit card reward point fraud, lottery fraud, online shopping fraud, matrimonial frauds, fake government websites frauds. These are some of the digital frauds we have listed here. So what is Facebook fraud? In this kind of fraud, the person either creates an account impersonating an actual Facebook account or hacks into an existing account. And why does these Facebook fraud happens? Generally, these frauds happen to extract money by sending messages to our friends list and saying that they are in urgent need. These messages vary, but all are designed to prey on our human emotions. Now I hand over to Suchi, where she will explain all these frauds with examples.
Thank you, Sumati. Welcome to the session on Facebook frauds. Facebook frauds, as Sumati explained, there are two types of Facebook frauds. One is a person takes your Facebook account and hacks into it. That means he uses your Facebook account to send messages to your friends. In these clips, we have shown you from newspaper that how a person's friends come to know that their friend has been hacked. That is that one person has said that they have been opened a new FB account and then they are sending requests for money. And the other person, if you see, he's not very active on Facebook. Again, if he's not very active on Facebook, these people try to prey on people who are not active and they take over their accounts. So these are some of the places where the accounts have been hacked. That means they are using your account to send messages. The other way is when a person duplicates your profile. That means you have a profile which is existing. Like in the second example case of the newspaper clip, if you see, the senior cop's friend has been duped by making a fake FB profile. That means there is an existing FB profile and then there is a fake FB profile. So these two types of frauds are very, very active now on Facebook. Next. There is a sharp increase in 2021 in Andhra Pradesh itself on Facebook frauds. The profiles have been duplicated and hacked also. So it's very, very fast growing type of a fraud that we are seeing. There is another type of Facebook frauds in which a person gets a request for sending gifts to somebody. So they make friends with you on Facebook and then they say, we want to send you some gifts. And when they send you a gift, like this lady of 60-year-old, she was told that there is a gift for her at the airport and she needs to clear it from the airport by paying some amount or sharing her personal bank details. When the lady shared her bank details, she was duped of 4 crore rupees. That was all her saving that was there in her bank account and other places. So these are the big Facebook frauds that we have tried to highlight. There are many, many Facebook frauds that are happening on small scale between friends, contact lists, to take money, to be on a personal, to hit you on an emotional and personal front. So there are a lot of ways that these people are affecting our life. So we'll take you through the ways how you do recognize a Facebook fraud. That means your account has been hacked. And the other slide, I'll show you how you as a person can find out whether your friend's account has been hacked or your contact's account has been hacked. So how to recognize when your Facebook account is hacked? That means you as a person, you as a Facebook holder, how do you know when your account is hacked? When you try to log in into your Facebook account, you would not be able to log in because the person who has hacked your account, they change your birthday, they change your email, or they change your password. So when you are trying to log in your Facebook, you will not be able to log in. So you should know that something has gone wrong with your Facebook account. Second way is someone sends out a friend request to people you don't know. Suddenly in your Facebook, there'll be an activity of friend requests being sent to people that you don't know. You don't have any contacts with. And there'll be like 2 or 3 people in that list. And that you should understand that you are not the one who's operating your Facebook. It is somebody else who is taking over your Facebook account. Third is when you see messages going out from your Facebook account, which you never wrote. One of your friend gets a message, I am stuck in Maldives. Can you send me some money? Now your friend would be shocked because he never knew you traveled to Maldives. Because you never sent this message, somebody who hacked in your Facebook has sent the message. These are the type of messages if you see in your Facebook account, that means you have been hacked or somebody is entered your Facebook account. Your timeline is also one of the good indicators. When posts start appearing on your timeline is where you post your things. For example, you post your wishes on the timeline. Sometimes you post something which is good that's happened in your life, something that you want to inform your friends. That's your timeline. When you just see some post appearing of nowhere on your timeline, that is the time you will come to know that your Facebook account has been hacked. So these are few indicators with which a person will find out himself that his account has been hacked. Now we'll take you through how you can help your contacts or your friends. This is a major indicator because most of the time, those person who have a Facebook account will not come to know from themselves because we keep ourselves logged in Facebook all the time. So we don't usually log out of our devices like your phones, your iPads, because we are logged in all the time and we are scared of forgetting our password. That is another problem with us. So we keep it all the time logged in. We don't log out. So knowing that you've been hacked is difficult for us, but our friends can be very vigilant and helpful in this. So in somebody's case, if a sender is asking for money in Messenger, that means, for example, I say, please, the person of mine in contact, I need 10,000 rupees. Can you please transfer this money? I'm in dire need. You should ask that person. You should call that person and find out. Please do not transfer any money till you're 100% sure that your friend needs it. Another thing is your friends will never ask you in Messenger for money or these type of things because they are your friends or your contact list. Even if they are stuck, they will try and contact you on your phone. If they are not able to contact you on phone, they'll find some other media to contact you, but they will not use a Facebook Messenger to get money from you. Sender is getting too personal. That means if you think that the person is trying to be very goody-goody to you and trying to extract some financial information, for example, they want to know your bank details, your Aadhaar card, your PAN card, by giving you something that, oh, like old people or young people, they are very vulnerable because the old people, they think that they can't do their work. So somebody is going to help them do their work. they pass on their details. The young people, because they're always lured with money, if they get some good, this thing that they'll get a job or they'll get more money, they usually have this thing that they'll get lured and pass on the information. So anything on this messenger, on a Facebook, if people are asking your personal details, please do not pass on your personal details. Then they're offering free money. For example, you won a contest or you won a lottery. These type of things on messengers, if you see, and you don't even remember if you have entered a contest and you suddenly get some 1 lakh rupees is being awarded to you because you won a contest which you had done, or some uncle of yours has died and sending you 2 crore rupees, please send your bank details. Please do not fall prey to these type of things on Facebook or any other social media, because these are only the ways to get your bank details and personal information. So very carefully look into all these type of messages. Then the fourth way is that not only money, people try to prey on your personal details. For example, now in today's world, people open their life on the Facebook. They write about their sorrows on the Facebook, their sadness on the Facebook. So there are people who are praying for them. If they find out this person is alone, he needs a friend or she needs a support, they will try and catch up with you. They'll send you messages. They'll try and get your WhatsApp number or your email ID, and they will try to prey on you. They will try and find out if you have money. They'll try and find out if you have any other weaknesses of yours. So please do not pick on any conversation with people on messengers. If a message seems out of norm, for example, there is very suspicious message. That means you have not put any information about you, but the message shows something about you which you have not disclosed, but the person knows. These type of things can be out of norm. So there can be people who are preying on you somewhere from outside, maybe in your friend circle, but they are not normal circumstances. Please trust your instinct. If your instinct says that this person or this message is not right, do not reply to those messages. In Messenger, you have a provision until and unless you reply, you cannot, they do not add to your message. So it stays in a outbox only. So if you do not reply, they don't become your friends that way. So ignore those messages. When a message is filled with typos and grammatical errors, this is another way, because there are people who are hacking from non-English speaking backgrounds. If you have people who are hacking, you will find those messages having typos, grammatical errors, and you know your friend circle. You know how many people in your friend circle can do this type of mistakes. So please be on guard that these type of mistakes or these type of grammatical errors are not coming from your contact list. A friend request from a new account with few friends should always be considered. Sometimes you will get a request from me. You were already my friend, but again, a new request will come. Check into it, because if you check into that FB account will hardly have friends in that. That means that person is trying to impersonate your FB account or your friend's FB account and trying to send you requests. So he's trying to copy an FB account and make friends. So that is one thing. If you're already friends with the person, please do not accept a new request until and until that person has sent you a personal message on your WhatsApp saying my account is hacked or I've closed my account and I am opening a new account. Finally, I would just request you never click on any links which are suspicious links. There can be groups that you have joined in Facebook. They can send you links. Those are okay because you've checked on the Facebook with those links, because there are a lot of people who sell things on Facebook and we usually accept their links because we want to see what they're selling. But there are a lot of people who just sent you links from another Facebook account, which are going to damage your Facebook. So your Facebook also will get hacked if you open on any of these suspicious links. Now we'll just take you through a small video of how to lock your profile and how to switch off your location. These are two very important tools we are giving you, which can help you avoid hacking of your account. if you see this slide, there is, now we'll show you how to, you see the drop down on the right side of this account. Just click on this drop down. So this is, we'll show you how to switch off the location first. So after you press on the drop down, you'll come to settings and privacy. You click on the settings and privacy, go to settings. From settings, you go to location. On the left side, you'll find a location tab. Here you'll see a edit button. Press on the edit button and this on and off toggle will come. So you switch off the location. Once you switch off the location history, people cannot track you where you are. Otherwise, they start tracking you like you are not here. So they know that you won't be active on your FB for some time. The other thing is how to lock your profile. So locking your profile is also a very important tool which Facebook has given us. So when you go to these 3 dots on your first page of your Facebook, press on the 3 dots, you will see this lock profile. Just click on this lock profile. And when you have locked your profile, the advantage is only friends will see the photos and posts on your profile. Only friends will see your full profile photo, which is the ones which the people copy when they impersonate your Facebook account. People who are not your friend, which will only see 5 profile details, which is not going to help them impersonate another Facebook account. So kindly, all of you, lock your profiles. Now, we'll give you some advice for the victims who have already fallen prey to these Facebook frauds. First is, if you are an account holder and you find yourself locked out of your own Facebook account, kindly go on this facebook.com/hacked and send a message to Facebook. Facebook will control your hacking and they will restore your Facebook passwords. So please do this immediately you find yourself that your Facebook account has been hacked. Second, if you know that you are still able to access your Facebook account and you know somebody has hacked because your messenger shows or your timeline shows, then please change all your passwords, including your email and Facebook passwords, through settings and privacy, because these things are all linked. Today, we have a system of linking even your Instagram, your everything through your same email password. So kindly change all your passwords. The third is log out of all the sessions. We will explain to you how do you remotely log out of all the sessions in some coming slide. Please log out of all the sessions wherever you go. If you're using a computer which is not your own computer, which we are going to a cyber space and doing it, please log out of all the sessions, wait for the session to close, then only leave your seat. If you have been hacked, send a message to all your friends through your FB or through your WhatsApp telling that your account has been hacked, so that it helps them to understand that no message received on the messenger is from you. Now, when you as a person has received a message and you have done the needful for a friend who was not in need, so what you do is, first is you inform your contact whose FB account has been hacked. So please inform your friend or your contact that his FB account is hacked. And by chance, if you have unfortunately made a payment on the request of your contact, inform the bank immediately to make a stop payment. This is very important. In case still you have done a mistake, please inform your bank immediately to make a stop payment. Now I'll request Sumati to take you through the do's and don'ts of Facebook fraud prevention. Thank you.
Thank you, Suchi. These are the do's and don'ts where we have to be very cautious if we have a Facebook account. First, we will see the do's. As discussed in the video, we have to keep our profile and location off all the time. Whenever it is necessary, we can switch it on, and then after the usage, we can switch it off. We have to immediately inform the social media provider if you notice any fake account being created using your personal information. Here we can write to the Facebook support. Go to help and support, and then under support, we can see click about others tab. There we can report to Facebook. Always set a very strong password by including a combination of $, and symbol, uppercase and lowercase characters. As already mentioned, we should always log out of each session, especially if we are using others' computer or device. For some reason, if we have not log out of the session, or we have forgotten to log out of a session, we can do that remotely from your computer. For that, we have to go to settings and privacy. Under settings and privacy, we can see security and login. And here we can see that where you are logged in. Under this, we have all the sessions, and we can select a particular session where we want to log out. Then we'll come to tools. Do not share your personal details like phone number, Aadhaar, PAN, and bank detail. Do not accept friend requests from any of the strangers. And we should not allow the networking site to scan our email account to look for our friends. Do not share vacation or travel plans in Facebook. Don't disclose your email or bank account details to anyone. And don't click any suspicious links. So these are the ways where we can report a crime. We can lodge our complaint in www.cybercrime.gov.in. We can call on a toll-free number, which is 155260. This operates 24/7 in some states like Delhi, Rajasthan, Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Assam, and Tamil Nadu. For rest of the states, this operates from 10 a.m. to 6 a.m. In Kam4u Foundation, we have Margadharshaks who can help and advise people who need support. Our next series will be on bank frauds, where we will be discussing about how to identify a bank scam to keep our accounts safe. These are our social media links where you can reach to us. The recordings of this session will be posted on our YouTube channel. So thank you everyone for joining us. So now I'm handing over to Amina ji.
Amina ji?
It's not there. Can we close the recording, Subhati, somehow? No.
But Amina ji is recording, no?
Let it be, no need.
Okay, we'll edit it.
Amina ji?
I think her phone came in.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here.
Can you? Yes. Can you stop the recording?